Thank you for checking out this little teaser of the history of the papacy and church. Here's a little taste of what's coming up soon on the History of the Papacy podcast. Now, if you like what you hear, I'd love it if you'd leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts or your podcatcher of choice. If you want to support the podcast even more, consider becoming a Patreon on patreon.com/history of the papacy. There are many levels and benefits for you, and you help keep the history of the papacy going. You can learn more about all of this at historyofthepapacypodcast.com. With that, here's another piece of the mosaic of the popes of Rome and Christian church, and I will definitely be talking to you more soon. Imagine a place with serious divisions. Groups around town can't stand each other. They're constantly arguing and pushing for basic rights or more advantage. Often enough, this arguing turns to deadly violence. Welcome to Alexandria, Egypt in antiquity. This city is the center of the most advanced learning in the world and where modern Christianity and Judaism developed into what we know today. Meanwhile, just up the coast in Palestine, a similar situation is developing. The Roman grip on the area is tight, but the population is stirring. New messianic figures are popping up all the time, and violent uprisings can pop up at any minute. The 1st century AD in southeastern corner of the Mediterranean world was a place and time of intellectual growth, but also incredible social upheaval, and this is the world of Philo of Alexandria, our topic of today. He lived from about 30-ish, 20-ish BCE to about 50 CE. It's a very special time in Jewish, Christian, and Greco-Roman history. Now let's set the stage a little bit for the times that Philo lived. When we're talking about the turn of the BCEs to the CEs, Alexandria was a Greek city in Egypt with a large, powerful Jewish population, which was all controlled by the Romans. It had 2 Jewish quarters out of 5 quarters in the city. And yeah, that's right. Alexandria had 5 quarters. It was so special it had 5 quarters. They call them divisions, but then each group had a quarter. That's not an insignificant population. You know, obviously we can't talk about numbers or anything like that, but it's obviously a lot of people. And in general, there was a huge Jewish diaspora population outside of the traditional Palestine, Judea, Israel area.